It looks like the Texans are trying to make some very interesting decisions when it comes to this coaching staff. Some very interesting hires indeed, and interesting decisions when it comes to this coaching staff. Hmm. Interesting indeed. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're going to talk some football, Houston Texans football. Today we're going to talk about the potential of former head coach Kliff Kingsbury being on DeMeco Ryans' coaching staff. We're going to break it down. Before we get in there, like I've been telling y'all before, make sure you're liking the content. Make sure you're liking the channel. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you comment all the videos. Make sure you're watching all the videos. Make sure you're sharing all the videos on all social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, any type of social media platform you use. Make sure you share it on the same social media platforms. Also, follow me on social media as well. The links in the description below. Hey, it's about to be a big off season. About to be a big regular season. About to be a big season, period, when it comes to the NFL, when it comes to this draft, when it comes to this team, and when it comes to this channel. So I really need y'all help to get this channel growing and growing and growing. I really, really appreciate that. I got some big stuff planned, but I need the channel to grow and grow and grow for us. Hey, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and get them on board when it comes to the channel, especially if you're messing with the content. Man, come on, man. Let's get this channel growing. I really appreciate that. Now, it seems like Kliff Kingsbury is in Houston interviewing as for some capacity, for some job when it comes to the Houston Texans coaching staff. More than likely it will be OC. Last thing I checked, not only was he in Houston, they were in talks about a deal, so we don't know what it is. But like I said, it could be anything from offensive advisor to assistant head coach, some type of like quarterback specialist. I think more than likely it'll be an OC. That's me personally. I think it'll be OC, and I think it's a great move. I really do. I think it's a great move. I know what people want to say, especially what happened in Arizona and what happened at Texas Tech, but I'm about to explain some of those things and also what that potentially could mean for the draft and what quarterback they would target. I'm going to mention that as well. But this is the thing. When you look at what his record was at Texas Tech, when you look at what his record was at Arizona, his biggest missteps and the reason why he failed as a head coach at Tech and failed as a head coach in Arizona was the defense. He didn't recruit defensive players at Tech, really, and he really didn't focus a lot on the defense when it came to Arizona. Well, he's not going to have to worry about that if he's the OC here in Houston because he's only going to be focused about the offense. And he can do some things offensively. Remember, he runs a air raid offense. It's not a strictly 100% air raid, which he played at Texas Tech under Mike Leach. It's not the exact same air raid. It has different creases in it. Like it's not a full-fledged air raid. Kliff Kingsbury got drafted by the Patriots. He spent some time in New England. Then he also, if I'm not mistaken, I think he has the first Super Bowl that Tom Brady won. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been Kliff's rookie year, that first year. So he's been a part of a Super Bowl team. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's his rookie year. Then he also played for the Jets as well. So he has, knowledge of other offenses. Not also to mention he mixed in because he played under Mike Leach. He wasn't even recruited by Mike Leach. He was recruited by, I forgot what the other coach's name was before Mike Leach, but he wasn't even a Mike Leach recruit. So he has different facets of offense. Now he excelled at the air raid offense. That's the offense that he excelled in, and that's still, for lack of a better words, the bread and butter and the majority, the bulk of the offense that he runs. But it's not 100% air raid. Now, when you move on, you look at Kyler Murray, because you look at the struggles that Kyler Murray has. Well, we all know it's been documented. It's been documented that he spends a lot of time on the game playing Call of Duty instead of on the game on the field knowing the X's and O's. I think a part of that is that Kyler Murray has always been in a strictly air raid system. He went to high school, never lost a game in college, and never lost a game in high school. All air raid. Went to Texas A&M. They ran the air raid offense in Texas A&M. Then transferred to Oklahoma, which ran another air raid offense. Because you know who his head coach was at Oklahoma? It was Lincoln Riley, who was Kliff Kingsbury's backup at Texas Tech. Then he stayed on the coaching staff, was a quarterback coach and an offensive coordinator under Mike Leach. So he ran air raid offense. Then went to Oklahoma to coach with actually left and went with Ruffin McNeil at East Carolina. Ruff McNeil was a DC at Texas Tech under Mike Leach. So he went with Ruff McNeil at East Carolina. Then went to then went with Bob Stoops at Oklahoma, who liked the air raid offense. Because remember, Mike Leach was Bob Stoops offensive coordinator in Oklahoma for 1 or 2 years. Like when Bob Stoops won the national championship at Oklahoma back in 2000, Mike Leach was the OC at Oklahoma. So he knew a lot. He always ran. Lincoln Riley always ran the air raid offense. So you get Kyler Murray, he runs another air raid offense, and he was strictly Mike Leach because he played and coached under Mike Leach for a long while. So I say all that to say this about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has nothing but air raid offense when he played it in high school, played it in college. He gets in the NFL. Oh, Kliff, that's air raid offense. So I ain't got to worry about the X's and O's. I can play Madden. I can play Call of Duty. I can do whatever. Until he gets on the field and realize, whoa, this is not all air raid. It's not. It's not all air raid. Damn. So I think Kliff's two biggest problems as a head coach. One, didn't focus too much on defense. And then two, he let Kyler Murray have a little bit too much rope. No, Kliff is cool. He laid back. He got the shades, got the sunglasses on. You know, he had to look like what's his name? Ryan Gosling, the actor. You have to, Kliff is cool and chilling, and you know what I'm saying? Like he chilling. He cool. I let you do what you do. Remember, he had the whole thing. He gave people cell phone breaks. Like, he want to be cool and hip. He's the cool uncle. Kyler Murray needs somebody to make Kyler buckle down and be stern, because Kyler Murray's always been a star. High school, college, his dad was tripping. You know, he could have went to baseball, so he always been served the silver spoon. That's the reason why he left Texas A&M, because he thought he was supposed to be the starter. Oh, I ain't supposed to be the starter. Oh, like, I was promised to be the starter or whatever that was, and that's the reason why he ended up leaving Texas A&M to go to Oklahoma. So Kliff gave a little bit too much rope. That's not going to be the situation in Houston. It's not. It's not going to be a situation in Houston. DeMeco's the head guy. DeMeco's in charge. I just need Kliff to run his offense. And his offense can be successful. Also, Kliff gave Bryce Young his very first scholarship offer. In the 8th grade, he gave Bryce Young a scholarship offer. Very first scholarship offer was from Texas Tech, from Kliff Kingsbury, to Bryce Young when Bryce Young was in 8th grade. So, the signs are pointing. Because remember, Kliff was the quarterback's coach under Case Keenum, with Case Keenum at U of H. When Case Keenum came the all-time either winners quarterback or all-time passing yard leader in college football. One of the two, I can't remember. Might have been both. But I know at least one of the two. He was the quarterback's coach. Then Kliff was the OC at Texas A&M when Giant football won the Heisman. Then he goes over and be the head coach at Texas Tech. And what's the name of that quarterback he had at Texas Tech? Oh, just a 2-time MVP, Patrick Mahomes. So, he knows quarterbacks. However we slice it. Now, you might want to say about how the Case Keenum and Johnny Fed in the NFL, and also Baker Mayfield, granted. But he had 2 Heisman Trophy winners, all-time either winners or passing yard leader in college, and then has the NFL's best quarterback in college, and best quarterback in the NFL, and 2-time league MVP. So he knows a little bit. Not only he played the position, so he knows a little bit about the quarterback position. He knows a little bit about offense. I think that it's a good matchup. And he doesn't have to worry about anything else. He doesn't have to worry about the defense. He don't have to worry about recruiting. He don't have to worry about contracts. He don't have to worry. All he has to do is worry and focus on game plan and calling plays. I think it's good. And he has a relationship with Bryce Young. But I will also bring in C.J. Stroud. Because C.J. Stroud, from a physical standpoint, has more physical attributes to Pat than Bryce Young does. Now, I know Bryce Young is a gamer and the comeback artist and does spectacular special plays, backyard football, kind of like John Manziel, kind of like Case Keenum for that, man. So don't get it wrong, Bryce has a lot of attributes that Kliff is used to coaching with in college and in the NFL, even with college. Like he has a lot of the same attributes, but CJ can play those same way. CJ has a very good arm. He can throw from all different type of platforms. Has all different type of accuracy. All have very very accurate, and he can step up in the pocket. And I think it could be a very good challenge for Kliff to have a quarterback like CJ. But like I said, he has a familiarity when it comes to Bryce. He knows him very well. Bryce knows him. I think that could be a perfect matchup as well. Either way, I think a hire of Kliff Kingsbury in any capacity on this coaching staff, preferably to be the OC, is a very, very, very critical and good move. I mean, a very good move. I mean, this dude, obviously something is brewing because the dude was in Thailand and just got a 6-year extension. Only coached 1 year off it. He guaranteed 5 years from Arizona. 5 years is guaranteed. He was in Thailand. Teams was calling him for head coaching interviews. He's like, no, I'm good. Because once he takes a head coaching interview, his contract for Arizona is null and void. He does no longer get that guaranteed money if he takes another head coaching job. If he sits down and chill, if he goes to college, he still get paid. And if I'm not mistaken, I also think if he takes an OC job or another job, he still gets paid as well. It has to be a head coaching job in the NFL to end his contract with Arizona. That will end the guarantees with Arizona. So he don't have to work is all I'm saying. And he don't have to work. He could chill. So the fact that he left Thailand to come here, to fly here, with no Zoom, it was straight flying over here. That tells me that something is in the works. That tells me that something is afoot. That tells me that he's going to end up being on this coaching staff in some type of capacity. Some type of capacity. He's going to be in this coaching staff. And I know a lot of first-time head coaches go after former head coaches to be on their coaching staff. Like Gary Kubiak. Gary Kubiak won 2 Super Bowls as OC in Denver. He took the job in Houston, first time head coach. He went and got Mike Sherman. Was it Mike Sherman? Is that his name? Mike Sherman, the former coach of the Green Bay Packers. And he ended up coaching with the Texans for 2 years, and then left and be the head coach of Texas A&M. He runs a power offense. Gary Kubiak runs a zone offense. Run zone and blocking scheme. So they ran 2 different style of offenses. But they worked together because he wanted that other head coach, that former head coach, to bounce ideas off of. And they on the same side of the ball. It wasn't even like he did on the defense side of the ball. He did on the same side of the ball as him. So I think I think D'Amico wants to bring in somebody who has working knowledge of the NFL from a head coaching standpoint. Remember, also Bill O'Brien brought in Romeo Crennel, who head coach at Cleveland and also was a head coach at Kansas City for a year. So you want to have somebody else on the coaching staff that has head coaching experience. I understand it. It makes a lot of sense, actually, to have somebody else on the coaching staff that's head coach experience, especially if it's the opposite side of the ball, so now their ideas don't seem so foreign to you. And especially if they're bringing in a Bobby Slowick as well, or bring in Clint Kubiak. So now you have different style because Kliff Kingsbury has no problem opening up his offense. He has zero problem opening up his offense and accepting other ideas. I know this for a fact that he has zero problem accepting other ideas. So if you bring in Clint Kubiak and then you bring in some of the zones, some of the Kubiak Shanahan type of offense and mix it in with that air raid with either Bryce or CJ, whichever one, a lot of specialness can happen. A lot. A whole lot. And also, and this is no disrespect to Kliff in his offense, he runs a very simple, simplistic style of offense. His offense is very easy to understand. The reason why that Kyler Murray didn't is because Kyler Murray didn't put in the work. Kyler Murray too busy playing the game. Too busy playing the game. Because when Pat got to the NFL, it was a lot more stuff that Andy Reid had to teach him because Kliff kept a lot of things simple. He left a lot of things simple. Same thing with Johnny, same thing with Case. Now, no, I'm speaking of Kliff on the college level, but Kliff also knows what not to do as well. And he also knows those warning signs. I don't think either CJ or Bryce gonna have the same issue that Kyler had with the not studying. So I don't think that's gonna be a problem. But I say that he runs a very simplistic offense to understand, to learn, to get your head wrapped around. And somebody like Bryce who's been dealing with Bill O'Brien for the last 2 years is going to be like an honor student being in remedial classes. Oh, this is easy. I got this. Man, hold up. Whoa. Bill O'Brien had me doing a whole bunch of trash. Hold on, it's gonna be easy to him. Now I don't really know what Ryan Day does from a difficult standpoint or not, so I don't know. I have to talk to some Ohio State fans to actually get the knowledge about that. But he does strike me as a guy who works hard and is in the classroom and is learning and working on his craft. So I do think that either one of those guys could definitely fit what Kliff would like to do. And then add in a little sprinkle of the Kubiak Shanahan here and there, here and there, here and there. I think it's going to be a recipe for success. And I hope that Kliff is the OC. You have a cool ass OC. I mean, you had the coolest OC in the NFL. I want this. This I think it makes too much sense. Me personally, I feel like it makes a lot of sense, and I think it'll be a great hire. I think it'll be a great hire for the Texans. I think it would. I think they're actually out here making very, very legitimate moves. And I can't wait to see what other offers they have. Signings they have. And also can't wait to see exactly who they decide and identify as they guy going forward as a franchise quarterback to fit under this offense. I think it's good. One thing for sure, like I said, when I said this when they hired D'Amico, and I think even more so if they're also hiring Kliff to be the OC. There's definitely going to be out of Bryce or CJ. Those two are definitely going to be the ones that's going to be holding up a Texas jersey. Was it April 27th? Yeah, April 27th on draft night. It's going to be one of those two. Holding up, having the Texan hat on their head and holding up a Texan jersey. It's going to be one of those two because it just makes way too much sense. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't, comment below. If you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I'll holla.